The Real Authority just saw War of the Worlds, the brand new one, and I'm gonna be real with you. The movie literally only came to my attention a week before release, and I was like, I got better movies to watch. I got better things to do. Why the hell am I gonna waste my time with it? Because even though I have a YouTube channel now, I'm only really going to review the movies that I care about or actually choose to see that are brand new. Like, I'm not gonna go out of my way to watch bad movies unless I feel I have a reason to. So with War of the Worlds, at first, I felt I had no legitimate reason to. And then everybody started to talk about it. In fact, one of my friends on the phone said he saw it, and I was asking how was it. The only response he could give was, So yesterday I decided why not watch it. I mean, listen, I've seen some bad movies, but who knows? Maybe this will not be the worst movie ever made, or at the very least, it will be a so bad it's good experience. And that's the main motivation of this video today, to give you my perspective on whether or not War of the Worlds is worth your time, because so bad it's good and just bad are two completely different things. I need to tell you with all honesty whether or not it is worth your time, even though you may have already seen it because of how many people are talking about it. So for those who haven't seen it, this video is for you. I want you to know whether or not you should see it or not. So why don't we get started and talk about this trash? I have not seen any of the other War of the Worlds adaptations, haven't heard the radio show or read the novel, so I'm coming at this from a newcomer's perspective. So Ice Cube plays a computer security analyst who's trying to find this hacker while aliens start to invade the Earth, and yeah, it sounds as stupid as you think. You know it was not going to be great. Granted, the production was very unique and interesting. Universal filmed this way back in 2020, and then, no word of it came out afterwards. So, again, I didn't even hear of it until Amazon unexpectedly dropped the trailer. Literally a week, less than that, before the movie actually came out, and I was just like, no. Again, then I heard it was bad, so no publicity for this thing outside of just how atrocious it was. So yeah, indeed, I'm coming from a biased perspective. I mean, come on. It's War of the Worlds. Everybody's talking about it. Why not me? And don't expect me to watch movies because of how bad the reviews are often. This is a very rare example because I really do not like wasting my time whatsoever, so I guess I felt a bit of that FOMO. So yeah, how's the movie? Yes, bad. Like, in concept, a lot can work here, but I do feel like the format of it entirely being on a computer screen just lets it down. It doesn't make it feel intense or intriguing enough. Plus, even though it has good ideas, the movie's just a convoluted dumpster fire. I just couldn't believe how confusing it was. And granted, because I wasn't first to reviewing it, I kind of knew some of the plot points, so I pretty much took it as, how is it executed? Oh, it's not any better than you've heard. It's executed as weirdly stalely as possible, mainly because the main character, Ice Cube, is enclosed in this single location Universal shot back in 2020, the COVID-19 times, so I guess the best excuse is it's locked down because aliens. Sure, not going to blame anything on the actors, but I feel like they're getting the easiest paycheck of their career. Granted, the material is not good, so I don't blame them. So I hope their careers aren't affected by this, but nobody's giving an outstanding or good performance, but that's because the movie they're surrounded in is trash. The directing is kind of non-existent because it's basically on a computer screen and on other devices connecting to the main computer screen. And it kind of becomes a rinse and repeat formula where Ice Cube is there watching his peers go through the alien invasion, and the people are like, go, look, alien, yes, I see the alien. It looks like bad CGI. Oh my god, the CGI is so bad. And the crazy thing is that the aliens, the way they're set up and the way they're executed in the movie beyond their introduction, I'm not saying their introduction is good, but I mean, they're just there. But the way they go about explaining aliens is just so bizarre to me. I don't get why they decided to go this direction. Again, haven't seen War of the Worlds, but I've seen my fair share of alien movies, and this is among the worst. If you thought that water-harming aliens was ridiculous in signs, boy, you're not gonna expect how ridiculous this movie explains away the aliens, for lack of a better word. But also the dialogue's really stiff, enough so that none of the actors really can shine above the material. Ice Cube, granted, has a few moments where he's able to act so over the top that it kind of makes me perk up, but not enough for him to overshadow the trash script. I'm not even going to credit the screenwriters on this one because I feel they do not deserve it. I'm going to do them the solid luxury of not acknowledging their credits because Ice Cube, you can immediately tell from the poster, he's the main star. Ice Cube, I really do hope you're able to find roles after this, buddy. You don't deserve this. But I mean, the movie really tries to take itself so seriously that it doesn't work. I felt like if the movie went for a more cheesy or ridiculous approach, it would actually be somewhat entertaining. But unfortunately, the movie tries to take itself so seriously that even when it tries to interweave those comedic moments, they just fall flat. entirely. Left me bored, yawning a lot. And one thing I do not want from my movie is being bored. I usually notice even when you're a good movie or not. But when you're a bad movie and you're boring, I just could be doing literally anything else, but I decided to finish it because, well, why not? If I was smarter, I would have easily avoided it because last year I watched 1,000 bad movies. I decided to take a bit back for myself for 2025, but no, War of the Worlds. I decided to see it. Is there anything else that's worthy of talking about? Maybe the fact that the boredom is shocking considering the 1 hour and 30-minute runtime. Like, it's not the most boring movie I've seen ever. It's up there, though. And it tries to do a lot of twists, which I'm pretty sure if you're like me, you've seen the other videos talking about the insane plot directions that they take, and it's stupid. And plus, it kind of doesn't matter by the end. They just feel like they happen for the sake of, well, it happens. Stuff happens in this movie, and it really does not work. Yeah, maybe I'll go into the plot points, so I might as well answer the million-dollar question. Is War of the Worlds so bad it's good? Sometimes I laugh, but no. It's pretty much as bad as you've heard, and if you haven't seen it yet, this is not worth it. This will go down as one of the worst movies ever made by a lot of people, and maybe me too, but I wouldn't say it's irredeemable. It's just not at all worth watching. It's very terrible. I don't get why they decided to release this, but granted, I may be a hypocrite because I'm usually one of those people who want movies to release. I don't want movies being put on the shelf or tax written off. So I guess I'll say congratulations, War of the Worlds, for existing. We hate you for existing regardless. War of the Worlds absolutely gets the Real Authority's rejection. You saw that coming, no? 2 out of 10. Maybe some spoilers, I guess. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but I'll try to mention some of the points that I really want to mention. Actually, before that, if you're still here, the Amazon adverts you've heard about, this is an advertisement for Amazon. They mainly appear toward the end of the movie with the Amazon Air BS, and yeah, it's annoying. Devin Bostic tries his best to make his character seem any less unironically and dully cheesy. I'm just gonna say that. But the movie basically sees Ice Cube not really being a good role model to his kids, literally using his job to spy on his kids, even though there's literally insane stuff happening. Once one of his colleagues shows him that there's weird weather conditions, like weird weather happenings around the world, he just goes to spying his kids, basically wondering why he wasn't invited to his daughter's baby shower and why his son is playing video games, enough so that he decides to uninstall the game of the son and I think berate the daughter a bit. It's just like, why? You're basically setting up a character, a lead character nonetheless, that is not going to be likable in the slightest. Like, Ice Cube is a charismatic actor. I don't get why you're not leaning into his strengths. It's seriously ridiculous. And then like 10 or 22 minutes into the movie, you finally get the aliens and it's nothing. It's basically a side plot, at least until the end, kind of. I don't know. This movie tries to balance like a hacking situation, like him trying to track a hacker, with aliens involved. It just doesn't work. Like, do you want to hear about hacking in a War of the Worlds movie? Like, again, I haven't seen the other ones, but you know War of the Worlds is about aliens, right? So yeah, I guess aliens are here. This really could have not been an alien invasion movie, especially considering how wobbly it is in execution. Nothing really happens in the middle of it aside from his daughter having an injury and him trying to figure out how to save her and stop the bleeding, and also she's pregnant. Of course, we're going to skip that because honestly, I do not want to spend any more time on this movie than I have to, so of course we're going to go to the big twist, which is that his son was the hacker that he was tracking and trying to find. Ice Cube literally needs his help in order to stop the aliens, even though at first he's like, no, I do not want to hear anything about you. You're the hacker? Even though realistically, because he knows about this government information, he should be willing to hear out his son and maybe team up with him first. So it's only until he briefly reads a document from olden times about these happenings that he's like, okay, I'll team up with your hacker buddies in order to stop this. And reading the government documents, he finds out that Clark Gregg's character is the mastermind behind it all. And he literally goes first thing to be like, so you're the hacker, literally on FaceTime. He goes to Clark Gregg and says, you're the hacker, even though he gets his security clearances revoked, even though his son literally reinstates them, bypassing it. So then he joins the call with the hackers who basically try to stop the aliens by inserting a virus, but said virus is stopped once they realize that these hackers are stopping them. So they go to each of the houses and basically kill all the hackers, even though Ice Cube is one of the members now. He doesn't get affected, but his son does. Luckily, his son was in a different house, in a different household, because he's one step ahead of everybody. He basically says, well, why don't you think I wasn't caught yet? So now he, his NASA associate, his daughter, and her boyfriend basically convene to try and figure out something, only to find out that the government is deciding to nuke DC, including the office that Ice Cube is in. So they try to find out something. And remember, I said Amazon advert. Devin Bostic's character basically sends an Amazon Air in order to give the flash drive, which contains a virus that will end the alien invasion permanently. I don't know why I'm saying it, and it makes more sense than it actually is on screen. I do apologize for that. No sorries, I actually make sense a lot. So yeah, movie, I'm giving you more credit than you deserve. F you. Don't want to get YouTube demonetized today. So yeah, basically Ice Cube runs around in order to find the room where he can stop the alien invasion, basically inserting the flash drive as soon as an alien gets to him, even though he's okay by the end. And he basically claps back on a promotion at the spy job in order to say, no, I'll spy on you from now on. And then the movie ends, and I'm so bored. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm not going to make a video like this again. My next video will be Nobody 2, but I'm going to try to stay away from movies like this for a long time. If a streaming movie is something that I think I'll be interested in, I will do it, but that's not going to be happening for a while. Yes, easily the worst movie of the year so far by a landslide, and you should not watch it under any circumstances. I did this solely for the views, so if you like this view baity video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications, and comment your thoughts if you happen to see it, or comment your thoughts on the video if you happen to not see it. I hope you didn't see it, because it's really not worth it. It's really not worth your time. Just take the real authorities' advice if you have been spared of watching this movie so far. So yeah, peace.